Om Sai Ram. Now, let us begin with the blessings of Shri Sai Baba, the fourth chapter of Shri Sai Satcharita. The heading is Sai Baba's first advent in Shirdi. In this chapter, the subtopics that we will be covering are Mission of the Saints, Shirdi or Holy Tirth, Personality of Sai Baba, Dictum of Goulibua, Appearance of Vitthal, Kshirsagar's story, Das Ganu's bath in Prayag, Immaculate Conception of Sai Baba and his first advent in Shirdi, and three Vadas. Now, in the last chapter, I described the circumstances which led me to write Sai Satcharita. Let me now describe the first advent of Sai Baba in Shirdi. Mission of the Saints. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that whenever there is a decay of dharma, that is righteousness, and an ascendancy of unrighteousness, I manifest myself. And for the protection of the virtuous, the destruction of the vicious, and for the establishment of righteousness, I manifest myself in age after age. This is the mission of the Lord and the sages and saints who are his representatives and who appear here at proper times, help in their own way to fulfill that mission. For instance, when the twice born, that is the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, neglect their duties, and when the Shudras try to usurp the rights of the higher classes, when spiritual preceptors are not respected but humiliated, when nobody cares for religious instructions, when everybody thinks himself very learned, when people begin to partake of forbidden foods and intoxicating drinks, when under the cloak of religion people indulge in malpractices, when people begin to different sects fight amongst themselves, when Brahmins fail to do Sandhya adoration and the Orthodox their religious practices, when yogis neglect their meditation, when people begin to think that wealth, progeny, wife are their sole concern and thus run away from the true path of salvation, then do saints appear and try to set matters right by their words and action. They serve us as beacon lights and show us the right path and the right way for us to follow. In this way, many saints was Nivritti, Gyanadev, Muktabai, Namdev, Gora, Gonai, Ekanath, Tukaram, Narahari, Narsibhai, Sajan Kasai, Savtamali, Ramadas and various others did appear at various times to show the right path to the people, and so presently came Shri Sai Baba of Shirdi. Shirdi, a holy Tirth. The banks of the Godavari river in the Ahmednagar district are very fortunate, for they gave birth and refuge to many a saint, prominent amongst them being Gyaneshwar. Shirdi also falls in the Kopargaon taluka of the Ahmednagar district, and after crossing the Godavari river at Kopargaon, one gets the way to Shirdi. When you go 3 course, that is 9 miles, you come to Neemgaon, from whence Shirdi is visible. Shirdi is as famous and well known as other holy places like Gangapur, Narsingwadi, Audumbar on the banks of Krishna river. As the devotee Damaji flourished in and blessed Mangalveda, that is near Pandharpur, as Samartha Ramdas at Sajjangad, as Shri Narasimha Saraswati at Saraswati Wadi, so Sai Nath flourished at Shirdi and blessed it. Now let us see the personality of Sai Baba. It is on account of Sai Baba that Shirdi grew into importance. Let us see what sort of personage Sai Baba was. He conquered this samsara, that is a worldly existence, which is very difficult and hard to cross. Peace or mental calm was his ornament, and he was the repository of wisdom. He was the home of Vaishnava devotees, most liberal like Karna amongst liberals, the quintessence of all essences. He had no love for perishable things and was always engrossed in self-realization, which was his whole sole concern. He felt no pleasure in the things of this world or the world beyond. His antaranga, that is his heart, was as clear as a mirror, and his speech always rained nectar. The rich or poor people were the same to him. He did not know or care for honor or dishonor. He was the Lord of all beings. He spoke freely and mixed with all people, saw the actings and dances of Nautch girls and heard ghazal songs. Still, he swerved not an inch from samadhi, that is the mental equilibrium. The name of Allah was always on his lips. While the world awoke, he slept, and while the world slept, he was vigilant. His abdomen, that is inside, was as calm as the deep sea. His ashram could not be determined, nor his actions could be definitely determined. And though he sat, that is, lived in one place, he knew all the transactions of the world. His darbar was imposing. He told daily hundreds of stories. Still, he swerved not an inch from his vow of silence. He always leaned against the wall in the masjid or walked morning, noon and evening towards Lendi, that is a Nala, and Chowdi. Still, he at all times abided in the self. Though a Siddha, he acted like a Sadhaka. He was meek, humble and egoless and pleased all. Such was Sai Baba. And as the soul of Shirdi was trodden by Sai Baba's feet, it attained extraordinary importance. As Gyaneshwar elevated Alandi, Eknath did to Paitan, so Sai Baba raised Shirdi. Blessed are the grass, leaves and stones of Shirdi, for they could easily kiss the holy feet of Sai Baba and take their dust on their head. Shirdi became to us devotees another Pandharpur, Jagannath, Dwarka, Banaras, that is Kashi, and Rameshwar, Badri Kedar, Nashik, Triambakeshwar, Ujjain and Maharameshwar, Mahakaleshwar or Mahabaleshwar Gokarna. Contact of Sai Baba in Shirdi was like our Veda and Tantra. It quieted our samsara, world consciousness and rendered self-realization easy. The darshan of Shri Sai was our yoga sadhana, and talk with him removed our sins. Shampooing his legs was our bath in Triveni Prayag, and drinking the holy water of his feet destroyed our desires. To us, his commands were Vedas, and accepting his Udi, that is the sacred ashes, and prasad was all purifying. He was our Krishna and Sri Rama, who gave us solace, and he was our Parabrahma, that is absolute reality. He was himself beyond the pair of dvandvas, that is opposites, never dejected nor elated. He was always engrossed in his self as existence, knowledge and bliss. Shirdi was his center, but his field of action extended far wide to Punjab, Calcutta, North India, Gujarat, Dhaka, that is now in Bangladesh, and Konkan. Thus the fame of Sai Baba spread far and wide, and people from all parts came to take his darshana and be blessed. By mere darshan, minds of people, whether pure or impure, would become at once quiet. They got here the same sort of unparalleled joy that devotees get at Pandharpur by seeing Vitthal Rakhumai. This is not an exaggeration. Consider what a devotee says in this respect. Dictum of Goulibua. An old devotee by name Goulibua, aged about 95 years, was a Varkari of Pandari. He stayed 8 months at Pandharpur and 4 months, that is from Ashada to Kartik, that is from July to November, on the banks of the Ganges. He had an ass with him for carrying his luggage and a disciple as his companion. Every year he made his wari or trip to Pandharpur and came to Shirdi to see Sai Baba, whom he loved most. He used to stare at Baba and say, "This is Pandarinath Vitthal incarnate, the merciful Lord of the poor and helpless." This Goulibua was an old devotee of Vithoba and had made many a trip to Pandari, and he testified that Sai Baba was real Pandarinath. Vitthal himself appeared. Now, Sai Baba was very fond of remembering and singing God's name. He always uttered Allah Malik, that is, God is Lord, and in his presence made others sing God's name continuously day and night for 7 days. This is called as Naamsaptah. Once he asked Das Ganu Maharaj to do the Naamsaptah. He replied that he would do it, provided he was assured that Vitthal would appear at the end of the 7th day. Then Baba, placing his hand on his breast, assured him that certainly Vitthal would appear, but that the devotee must be earnest and devout. The Dangapuri, that is the Thakur of Thakurnath, the Pandari of Vitthal, the Dwarka of Ranchod, that is Krishna, is here, that is Shirdi. One did not go far out to see Dwarka. Will Vitthal come here from some outside place? He is here. Only when the devotee is bursting with love and devotion, Vitthal will manifest himself here in Shirdi. Now, after the Saptah was over, Vitthal did manifest himself in the following manner. Kaka Sahib Dikshit was, as usual, sitting in meditation after the bath, and he saw Vitthal in a vision. When he went at noon for Baba's darshana, Baba asked him point blank, "Did Vitthal Patil come? Did you see him? He is a very trot fellow. Catch him firmly, otherwise he'll escape if you be a little inattentive." Now, this happened in the morning, and at noon there was another Vitthal darshana. One hawker from outside came there for selling 25 to 30 pictures of Vithoba. This picture exactly tallied with the figure that appeared in Kaka Sahib's vision. On seeing this and remembering Baba's words, Kaka Sahib Dikshit was much surprised and delighted. He bought one picture of Vithoba and placed it in his shrine for worship. Dear devotees, we'll end the part first of chapter 4 here, and we'll continue the remaining in the second part. Till then, Om Sai Ram. Kindly comment and subscribe to this channel. Om Sai Ram.